there, sludgelings. Welcome back to another edition of the Trollhole Podcast. Mike and Ben breaking in here real quick with a little call to action for you. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell right there so you're always notified of all of our new sweet little posts. And a little something else for you, too. Did anyone say anything weird to you this week? Feel free to email trollholepod@gmail.com. Send us your weirdness and we will deal with it for you. A little troll back because we have your back. Now enjoy this episode of The Troll Hole.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Hey, welcome back to the Troll Podcast, where we trash the trolls so you don't have to. Reach in, pull it out, hop aboard the troll holster because we're taking a ride to the spin pit. I'm one of your hosts. Unfortunately, I've been on a chicken tender bender, put my spleen in a blender. It's me, Mike Lester, with me as always. My co-host with the most, the butter to my toast. Call him the Waffle House because he's smothered and covered. It's Ben Katzner, everyone. Ben, what's going on, Benny?
Please don't call me Waffle House
Benny.
Or Benny. I hate them both, actually.
Benny Waffles.
What's up, Mike? How you doing, buddy?
Doing very well.
Who do we have with us today?
With us today, incredible comic, wonderful person, mother of the century. Prepare for the entry to the troll hole, Elise Cole.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's up?
A little Baja Man.
Oh my God.
Baja Man on the back.
Wow.
Baja Man, that was.
I don't know what that
Outcast.
was.
Hey, yeah.
Whoops.
I heard hey ya. Then I also thought you were gonna go. You know that song? What's going
Oh
on?
yeah,
That's
that
four
fits me
non-blondes.
more. Yeah, that fits me more than Outcast. So.
What's going on?
Honestly, whatever version you were singing was you. That's your version.
I'm like, this is Baja.
What was their song even? Wasn't that Who
Let the Dogs Out? Yeah, we can't afford any of this.
Out?
We're fine.
Speaking of Who Let the Dogs Out, we got producer Neil, Lord of the Bark. You know, they stole that song, Who Let the Dogs Out,
Who they steal it from?
from like a marching band in Jamaica. Legit, there's a documentary on it.
That's
It's incredible.
awesome.
And the documentary's called Who Really Let the Dogs Out.
Wow.
I thought you were going to say Cool Runnings too.
That's incredible. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. You know so much. You're so smart.
Well, I watch docs.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Yeah.
I don't have time for fantasy.
Yeah.
I
You're
want to
just
load my brain with useless information.
more info up here. You never know when it's going to happen.
On that.
I'm like, someday I'm going to sing the wrong song.
Hold on
and
a
call
second.
It Baja Man.
Hold on a second. Neil, I think you used that hashtag wrong.
I
He
did.
goes, hashtag me too.
I love documentaries.
I
and
don't
useless
know
stuff.
if that's exactly what the movement was calling for.
Me also.
Oh, no.
Hashtag me also is so funny. The me also movement, where people love documentaries.
Oh, wow. Well, this is okay. This is going to be a great time. We're going to have a
Get
great
it going.
episode.
How do
Elise-
you know all this stuff? Did you go to college? No, me also. Like,
Cool thing trending on Neil Twitter and like, oh, specifically Neil? Yeah, that's cool.
You've been Neil baited.
Oh, boy.
Hell yeah.
Elise, thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm clean. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
I scared Lester a little bit. I said I had to delouse myself before I came in.
Oh
To be
my
clear,
God.
Which, to be fair, we ask every guest to do before
Yeah.
we start the podcast. So you're not
to be
alone in
clear, I
that.
deloused myself 5 days ago. Now I'm just compulsively checking to make sure there are no head lice left over.
How many times does your kid have? How many?
Three times in
Three.
9 months.
Oh!
I went 41 years without ever getting it, and I've had it 3 times in the last 9 months
can I
because my
say-
kid keeps bringing it home from school.
What?
Feels like a parenting thing.
It is.
It feels like a fucking school thing. What school is this kid going to? Do you drop this kid off at like a pit every day and he just fights
Hey,
other
listen,
kids?
I'm raising 2 boys. I'm lucky if they don't come home covered in shit and blood.
Your kid just keeps finding feral cats and he's like, you're my cat hat.
Yes. Just pretty much.
Did you ever have lice as a kid?
No, my sister didn't. I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
you-
"You're disgusting," and I'd run around laughing at you. Be like, "Cut all my hair off."
Sure.
Yeah, we did shave. We shaved the baby's head when he got it in January, because
Yeah.
he hates having his hair washed or combed anyway. And I was like, I'm not going to fight him to like check him with this fine toothed comb 3 times a week. And so we had we wrapped him in a towel, and then my husband held him in a bear hug, and my mother-in-law just shaved his head.
You're
It was
gonna
a
keep it
3-person job.
Yeah, dude, he's so strong.
like a monkey,
He is
like a little ape.
100%.
He'll pull your jaw
I
out.
cut you off. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
Oh, are you gonna keep his hair buzzed? Do you think, like Bobby Hill?
Yeah, probably. Probably.
That'd be an awesome look. I hate baths and combing my hair. He's a second grader.
If you got lice,
Yeah.
would you shave your head?
No, I had it.
Oh, you did? Did I miss the part where you said I missed?
This
No,
is-
you
I'm-
had it before.
I have had it. So the first time my son had, my oldest, it was like a full blown infestation. He'd had it for so long before we caught
It
it.
makes me sick. Yeah.
It was awful. The second 2 times he was like, my head is itchy. And I was like, straight for the bottle of Nix, just chemical up their heads, take that fine tooth comb, rip all the.
Is it just like dead lice scraping?
Do you gotta
off
like burn it like ticks?
I don't know that
No,
I'm
they're-
ready. I can't do this.
There,
Dog.
both
have
times we
to.
caught it super early. I only found in his whole head. I only found like 1 adult bug and like 2 baby bugs, and so I was like, I got that, nip that
it's
shit in the bud.
families.
Oh yeah, because they lay the eggs on your hair shaft, and that's why you have to use this super fine tooth comb. To... I knew it. I knew if I said the word shaft.
Hashtag me also.
Yeah, I'm an expert at it now. When you become a parent, you get like an honorary nursing license.
Yeah,
I think 'cause
sure.
you have to.
You're like a Civil War medic. You just go into the fray.
Yeah.
You're just ready for
Yeah.
anything. Like
I
he's got
did this
gangrene,
time-
cut it off.
This time because I have a haircut scheduled for Monday morning, and I was like, should I just like go for a bob in case this happens again?
Shave
You
it.
got great hair.
I do have great hair.
You got great. You can't mess with that, Elise.
Ugh. And you know what? They like clean hair. That's my only solace, my only comfort in this is that they prefer a clean shaft.
Wait,
Who's
the
they?
hairstylist.
We're talking about
the
I got lost in the sauce.
I was gonna be like, wait, your salon prefers when you don't have lice?
The lice. It's harder for them to attach the eggs to hair that has like product or buildup on it. So it's really like if you have super squeaky clean hair, that's where they will.
Oh, I'm bulletproof then.
Yeah, you got to have a little
Yeah,
grease.
just stop washing your hair.
Yeah,
You're
it's
good.
supposed to be a little greasy.
I don't wash
It's
my
supposed to be
hair.
a little sheen. Yeah.
I don't really wash it or touch it.
No comment.
You're good.
Hell yeah.
Lice free.
Oh, that's so great. Okay, but hopefully, yeah, you're lice free because I will kill myself if I get it. But
But there's not. You don't have much.
yeah, but anything could happen. You don't know.
That's true.
Plus,
I could get in
There's
my.
hair other
I could get in my
places. Belly button.
mustache.
No, they don't.
could you imagine?
This is-
Oh my
This is the
god!
other weird thing. They won't attach on like other
What's
different
that
kinds
about?
of hair on your. I don't know, but
You're
just,
the doctor. You tell me what it's about now. 'cause
I don't know why, but like they won't. For men, they won't travel from the hair on your head to your beard, and they don't.
Probably?
'Cause
Not
they're
body hair.
Oil.
They're different kinds of hair.
They are different kinds
so it's
of
like
hair.
the shape of the hair. That's why like crabs. Are
Yo,
different than
what the
lice.
fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Useless knowledge. I
When
watched
you-
a documentary.
Because me also.
Me also shaft, and actually, it's different kinds of hair, so they would never.
It's
No,
different hair,
trust me. I
Ben.
know my
This is
shit when it comes to
incredible.
crabs. I've done my research.
Oh, I love this. This is such a fun moment for
It's
us.
informative. I think this is the most informative ep we've ever done.
Easily.
I will say the first time that he got lice, even though I like knew all of this, I shaved my whole body to it. Anywhere I could reach with a razor. I shaved
Like an Olympic swimmer.
bald, all
You
the
come
hair
out with
gone.
no eyebrows. Are like that was too much, Mom. You don't have to do that. I don't understand.
yeah.
It's really just like chin down, fucking gone.
Because you got nice eyebrows too. Let's see them.
There, yeah. Well, I had to.
Oh, look at the arches.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
don't normally just point out features. You don't normally go, "Hey, let me
Hey.
see it. Come on,
Look.
lift it up, sister." We don't
We'll
usually
get
do
there.
that, but that's okay.
But it's eyebrows.
It is eyebrows.
Yeah. He wasn't like, take off your glasses. Let me see all your nose.
That was
Those glasses are really covering up that schnoz, Elise.
Ben looks so uncomfortable right now.
This is how it is.
It's par for the course
is-
on the
Okay.
pod.
You
Yeah.
gotta. Mike is like a rogue wave, and I'm a surfer, and you just gotta like ride it. You know, you're just like, I trust in nature. The universe will provide. Sometimes it destroys me and slams my face against the
Yeah.
rocks, and sometimes, you know, I'm an Olympic surfer.
Didn't swear in the intro, though.
Didn't swear in the intro. We're doing great.
Oh.
Try not
That's
to
my
swear in the
only
intro.
goal for these
You can swear on the
podcasts.
podcast.
Okay,
We won't
good.
swear
You
in
can
the
swear, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're coming off of like 90 minutes of sleep, you said, so I was a little
Yes, sir.
nervous for what
Yes, sir.
was going to be.
I'm feeling good. I
What
feel good.
happened? How come?
Just like I drank way too much caffeine yesterday. I had a I'm going
At
I'm
6
going
Celsius.
Celsius.
Blur that out. We're going to blur that Celsius out. Cut that out.
But I had a show in Hutchinson, and I just need a little pick me up. I was pooped,
That's
so
how
I
shows in
had a
Hutchinson go.
sugar-free Red Bull at 8:00 at
Oh.
night. Yeah, and then that basically was it. That was it. I was like, why do I have heart palpitations at 3 a.m? Just laying in bed sweating.
Yeah, that's my boy.
And I'm like, we're gonna have such a good podcast in 6 hours.
You
This is
nailed
gonna
it.
rule, dude.
How was the show?
Great show, sold out.
There you go.
Shouts out, River House Kitchen and Drink. I've referred you both to them. So look
Oh.
out for an email.
Haven't gotten that. Fuck you guys.
Ray, he doesn't mean that, Ray.
Yeah, I do. Fuck you, Ray. Email me faster. I need this.
I still want it.
Yeah.
yeah, if you want your whole crowd to get lice, have Elise on.
Dude,
At least
the Lice comment-
they won't get crabs.
yeah. Like Ben shows.
Spoiled again.
Like Ben
I
shows.
should have never told you that.
Did you have crabs?
No, I don't have enough sex for that.
someday.
You have to have sex one time. To
Dream
get crabs.
Dream big. Lice
That's a weird ask of your spouse. Hey, honey.
Give me crap.
Babe, people don't think I get laid enough. Will you give me crabs, please?
Can we give each other STDs? That's a good
That's the 10th.
anniversary.
That's the 10th anniversary.
Yeah, we literally
people-
thought of the same thing.
People think it's paper. It's not. It's burning,
hilarious.
terrible
it's
STD.
herpes. Yeah,
Commit you to each other for another 10 years.
the
at
skin
least.
Yeah.
disease.
Pretty good.
Yeah, during the flare-ups, you can go out.
Should we get into our first segment?
Oh yeah, our first segment is called "Did anyone say anything weird to you this week?" DSAW TYTW to abbreviate, and we're gonna start with Ben.
Okay. Rogue wave, baby.
With Ben.
This was my wife and I went on vacation, and I guess this wasn't this week. Sorry. Oh, behind the curtain. This didn't happen this week.
Whoa.
But I want to talk about it. We like went out for a little weekend and a little good time, whatever, you know, and then we met this lady at this bar that it was like connected to the place where we were at. And she was like sitting, her kid was with her, and she just seemed like, I don't know. She was just one of those people who was just like, I just need to talk to someone. Like, I just want to talk. So we were talking to her. We were having a good time. We found out she lived in New York, kind of the same neighborhood where we used to live. She lives in South Minneapolis, like the same neighborhood I used to live in. And we were just talking about all that. And then she's like, but I grew up in North Minneapolis or something. And I was like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
And then we were talking about music, and my wife was talking about like modern country, how she likes some modern country artists or whatever. And this lady's like, I don't know, I just can't get it. I can't get into it. I'm just a hood rat from North Minneapolis. And I was like, I should say white lady, the whitest lady I've ever met in my entire life.
I was waiting
I
for
forgot
that.
that
I was
part.
waiting. I'm like, there's context here that needs to be
I said, I'm
added.
like, I guess anybody. Cause I was like, oh no, this lady shouldn't have said that.
Who says hood rat anymore?
It was cool.
Who says that
It was
anymore?
so I was just like, okay, you know, and then you just kind of like scoot away. And
That's like when my coworkers call our office. They're like, "We're in the ghetto
Yes.
part of Minneapolis." I'm
Yes.
like, "We're in Uptown.
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
nowhere near anything."
You're like, I think the word you meant was war zone. No, I'm just kidding. JK.
we're by a Five Guys. This isn't ghetto. There's a Five Guys and a Spy House coffee here. This is as safe as it gets.
It was such a, and it wasn't like, it wasn't malicious. It wasn't anything. It was just weird enough for me to be like, I don't really want to talk to you anymore. Cause once it's like, that's like a little tester phrase where they say some shit.
Come on, Ben,
And
say
then
it too.
But I know she's going to be like, people like us.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, not people like us.
People like us, dude.
I am not a hood rat.
Come on.
Just because I have crabs doesn't mean I'm a hood rat. Right? And that was kind of weird. A fun thing that did happen, a little bonus.
You're a little curb crab.
I hate that. Kind of love it.
You're a little curb
I
crab.
hate that.
Scuttling around.
She had a son with her, like this 9-year-old kid.
Oh no, was he just sitting there
He was
listening
just
to
sitting
that?
there, yeah.
Am I a hood rat too?
I was very much like, I feel like this is the vacation they have before they get like a divorce or something. It's like, why are you and your kid here? Where's the husband?
That's what my parents did. They broke the divorce to us on vacation. My dad stayed home and he was like waving after the car. I was like, why does dad look so sad? And then we like got to the vacation and we're in storybook land. We're on the yellow brick road. My mom's like, our family will never be the same again. And the Tin Man's like waving at me while I'm bawling. It's one of my core memories.
Doesn't it make you wonder just about everything? You think it's weird until you have kids, and then you're like, oh yeah, you just lose your mind. And you're like, I know, they love Legos. If I take him to Legoland and tell him that his dog died, it'll make it better.
Exactly, yeah. My mom was like, Mike, pose with a flying monkey. That'll make you feel good. Which it did.
Oh.
The flying monkeys were lit.
Every time you reveal something about your childhood on here. Oh my God, it's so good every time.
DSAWTYTW.
Here's the last thing I'll say about this. So the kid was there. The kid was cool. He was like a very young, like Zoomer kid, like very young. But he was like wearing
How old was he?
I mean, like 10.
He's like Gen Alpha then.
Alpha, okay.
He's beyond Zoomer.
Yeah, maybe like 10, 11.
He's
or
an
something
alpha
like that.
boy.
He was wearing like a Swedish death metal band t-shirt.
Yeah, he's so Gen
I'm
Alpha.
like, that's so sick, dude. And then we were talking about music for some reason. And then he's like, I really like this old band. I think he said he's like, I really like this old band Weezer.
Well, they are technically
They are old.
Yeah,
they are old.
yeah.
And I was like, but everything he was saying out of his mouth was just like killing us. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But he's just this cool little kid. And he's like, I like Tyler the Creator. And I was like, I love this kid.
This kid has more TikTok followers
100%.
than all of us
I didn't even want to get
and
into
he's not even trying.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was so cool that my wife tried to do. She got a little thirsty to be like cool to him.
Whoa, okay.
Not yeah. It's not one of your stories. It's one of mine.
What? One of yours.
You know what I mean? So he's saying these things. And she's just like, "Oh, that's so cool!" Like she's just coming off.
Oh
no,
no, she's treating him like he's dumb a little bit.
No, she's treating him like he's like I don't even know. It's not that he's dumb.
It's not like your intention of doing that, right? But it's like I do that with kids too until I realize like how smart they are.
Sure.
And they're literally like, "You're demeaning me right now."
Yeah, there's
And
something.
they use the word demeaning.
Yeah. They're like, "This is demean." I'm like, "What's that word mean?"
Yeah.
In his eyes, you could feel him being like, "Oh, all right, bitch," like he didn't care.
Yeah.
And then they were like leaving, and she's just basically like, "All right, have a good night." And it just really he gave absolutely like nothing to her at all.
Yeah.
Like froze my wife out completely. And I was like, you blew that, right? She was so sad.
That's
awesome.
Gen Alpha, dude.
It was so cool, dude.
That's so Gen Alpha.
You love me. We were good friends. We're
gonna be all right. That kid's gonna be our social media man.
Yeah. Yeah, what was his name? Angus or something? Whatever. Your little weird name kid.
They
If you
all
ever see
have
this,
Gen
come in.
Alpha. They've
Yeah.
all got
Yeah, it's sick.
It's
Weird
all
names.
types of meat, jerky.
I find myself like accidentally, I'm like, he's my kid. I made him. I know what he knows and doesn't know. And I'm wrong all the time.
Right?
All
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
I chaperoned a field trip last spring, and there were 2 little girls in his class that were like obsessed with him. And I couldn't remember both of their names. And so I was like, I know who the tall girl was, but who was the short girl? And she was Muslim and Somali. And so she had on she had a hijab, but I didn't know if he knew that word. So I was like, who was the other little girl that you were playing with? She had that really pretty green scarf on her head with the sparkles on it.
Yeah.
And Josh goes, oh, you mean Elham? And it's her hijab.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's like, oh, I mean, duh. Like he goes,
my mom's so racist.
It's like, Dad, I think we have to break up with Mom.
Yeah. Mom's got lice and she's racist.
First of all, at the St. Paul JCC, there are like African Muslim people there every day, all the time. So he's been around them his whole life. And then also in St. Paul public schools, like his teachers are, of course he knows what it is. Why wouldn't he know that word? But I was like, I'm going to be a good mom and I'm going to teach him about other cultures. And he was like, you dumb bitch.
How old is he?
8.
God, he's so smart.
And that was last year.
They're so much smarter than us.
Does he want to run our IG?
And then when he was,
We have children social child slavery.
This is the best one. They are so much smart. I'll never talk down to him again because when he was 5, we had to switch schools when he started kindergarten because we sent him to Catholic school. Whoops. And that didn't go well. So we put him in public school and he was a little nervous. And I go, you know what? There are going to be so many new kids there for you to make friends with. And you're so good at making friends. I think you'll have a great time. There'll be all kinds of new little boys and little girls for you to meet and play with. And he goes, and boy girls and girl boys.
Wow.
And and then just out of curiosity, I was like, well, what would you call somebody who isn't a boy or a girl boy or a boy girl? And he looked at me like I was the dumbest motherfucker that God ever let live. And he goes, just a regular person.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, we're
cutting so deep, dude.
And he was 5. And I was like, they're in charge now.
Yeah.
He's going to run.
You're going to be the first comic whose kid cancels.
He's like a regular person.
I got the receipts, Mom. He's posting text message.
You're
threads.
his Roseanne at this point. He's like, she's on Xanax, she's on Ambien, she's saying all this crazy stuff about my friends. Get her out of here. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Do you want to say anything weird?
DSAWTYTW.
Yeah.
My mom, ongoing thing, kind of. So we were talking. My mom comes up a lot during this segment. My mom and I were talking. I told her I was taking a new multivitamin, and she was like, "I was like, I'm on 1 a day for men's now." And she's like, "That's not a good." She's like, "That's not a good vitamin."
Okay.
She's like, "That's not a good vitamin. There's not enough zinc in that vitamin."
Okay.
And I'm like, you're literally like, this is a lady who used to like put sweetener in my water so I drink it as a child. like that's her level of nutritional knowledge. Like she would literally like, remember Men in Black, the sugar water scene?
Yeah.
Like it would literally be that amount of Splenda. I'm like, you literally probably gave me kidney stones as like a toddler. And she's like, that's the only way you drink it. And I'm like, you should have just like waterboarded me or something.
You're so skinny. Why didn't she just give you regular sugar?
I don't know. I just she said I would always like grab the pink packets and like shake them at my water. Like a chimpanzee.
Oh no.
Let the 2-year-old decide.
Yeah, but I found that odd that she's lecturing me on pills when I probably have cancer from like the first 10 years of my diet.
Yeah.
That's just waiting to surface.
Mother knows best.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't know that.
That's right.
Can I get that in writing? Yeah.
Has anyone said anything weird to you lately?
This one comes up kind of a lot. So my husband is not Jewish, but he looks real Jewy.
Sure.
And so every time
Elise is Jewish. She said she's allowed. If we say it's weird, if she says it, it's totally fine.
It's totally fine. And I hate to say that because like there are so many, like you could be any ethnicity and any nationality and be Jewish because it's also a religion. But like there are some Jewish people who come from the same part of the world that look very similar. So
They look.
When I met my husband, I was like, oh, cute Jewish boy in my class. Again, Ben looks so nervous. So okay, so now
See, I stopped.
they do.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, So right now it's like we call it the days of awe. It's between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. It's the Jewish New Year. There's a lot of stuff going on at synagogue and at my son's Hebrew school. And so we've been there a lot. And like people will say things to him in Hebrew or in Yiddish, and he has to just be like, I don't. And so the number of times, I guess it's not them saying something weird, but the number of times that people will start talking and I have to be like, oh, he's actually not, he's not Jewish. Yeah.
It's kind of just along for the ride. Let me translate for you. I got you, doggy.
And it's so weird because like then the Jewish person is the one who's made them. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's just like I looked at you.
Sure.
And I thought
Sure. Like,
you were
they back
one
away
of us.
quietly. Like, oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's
fun.
always funny to me.
Being profiled for a Jewish person. That's incredible.
But
What do you
Please
mean
don't
by
say
that?
anything
Well,
else.
they thought he's Jewish and he's not. I was born on Yom Kippur.
That's true?
Yep.
Yeah, your
October
birthday-
7th,
your birthday's coming
1992.
Oh, you're still so young.
October 7th, 1992. Dad's
October
still-
7th. Well, now that's
Gen
you
Alpha.
had a new October date.
yeah.
Dad still talks about it too.
What does he
you-
say
he's-
about it?
He's like, you were born on Yom Kippur, son.
That's fun.
A holy day. And I'm like, why? How is this relevant?
I gotta be honest. I love that your dad even know. I don't think that people where I grew up would even know that.
Yeah.
It took me late college maybe to
We're
figure
just,
out what that
we're
was.
just full of like useless knowledge, like my whole family.
The Lesters. That's the Lester lore. Is like a whole generation of useless information.
My dad can tell you the last 5 Dalai Lamas, but he can't like tell you his social security number. That's where he's at right now.
He's off the grid. He
Yeah.
doesn't want people to have that. That's great. That's so funny. We might just have to have your parents on the podcast.
I would love that.
think. I know your mom's listening, so
She is.
you want to come on? Let's
Yeah.
talk about it. Should we keep it moving? Should we go to our?
Yeah. Oh, my mom did reference the split the tip from the.
Oh no.
from the Ahmed episode.
Sometimes Mike says, I'm sure this is shocking to you. Sometimes Mike will say some wild stuff on here, and then his mom will say it back to him later outside of the podcast context,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
is jarring. Whenever, like, if you're on stage, we're saying like wild stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then like after someone's like, I love the part where you're like, oh, my nipples are bleeding or whatever, and you're like,
Yeah.
what? Why are you talking to me like
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
I'm a
yeah.
human being. You
Yeah.
can't talk to me
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
You know? I hate it. I don't like it when people reference because
Yeah,
that's
that-
like a different dimension.
It's a different dude. The stage is a different dimension.
It really is. And I'm not
It's-
trying to get like all, whatever.
Philosophical,
Yeah, but
yeah.
like you feel like you're protected. You're like, this is my little square rectangle where I can say whatever I want.
Your
And,
no
like,
square.
Yeah, it's my no square. And like it's not the repercussions are slim to none when I'm up here because we all understand that I'm joking and it's whatever.
Meanwhile, my mom literally wrote
Yeah,
hopscotch on my crotch on my birthday card.
Oh my god.
It goes the other way for me where my mom says stuff to me in our private life and then I say it on stage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You betray her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that too.
So it's
also
so
nice.
funny though.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
One time she was trying to say Negro Modelo
Uh-oh.
and she could not remember it.
oh.
And she told my dad to go get her one of those beers. And he was like, what kind? And she goes, the Mediglia Madero.
Oh, I thought this was gonna go way
Completely
different.
different
I thought she was gonna go like ER on it.
Oh no. She
I had-
wasn't even close. That's not even Spanish. It just Mediglia Madero.
That sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
Madela.
Mediglia
And
Madera.
I understand her. My
Yeah.
mom and I are connected because my
Sure.
dad was like, "You a what?" And I
Sure.
was like, "I think she means Negro Modelo." And my
Sure.
mom was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Duh.
It's like we all knew what this
Yeah.
was.
Just say Modelo.
What did you say? Mediglia?
Mediglia Madero.
Isn't that an anatomical term like medulla oblongata, like
That's what I
mediglia?
kept thinking.
Feels like a black Italian guy.
That's what the spell summons, a black Italian. Mediglia Mandela. He's like,
What is the basal?
Yeah.
The basal ganglia. Basal ganglia. That's a part of the brain, right?
Is it? I don't know. Everyone in this room is smarter than me
Mike, call
today,
your
so I don't
dad.
know.
What's
I have no idea.
Dale took alpha
dude, the
brain.
black Italian guy. What would he say?
Mediglia Mandela. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm a vote for Kamala. Kamala's the only choice.
We're also treated poorly in Italy. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Let's get
Nah,
some
they
trolls.
like you
Let's
there.
get some trolls cooking up here.
You don't want to do
I don't know,
explore
man.
page?
I feel like we don't have a ton of time, to be honest with you.
Really?
We're at we're at
Figure it out, Neil.
30.
Sound it out, Neil. Elise,
yeah.
let's get into this segment real quick because it's one of my favorite segments. Elise, we just want to know, like, across your social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, what does your Explore page look like? What is the algorithm curated for you? What are you looking at?
Oh, it's really boring. It's a lot
Come
of
on.
mom stuff, a lot of Kamala stuff, a lot of.
I have no idea. That's so funny. That's funny that
It's
you
a
think
mom's tip on breastfeeding, then Kamala
Yeah.
just dunking on Trump.
Yeah, that's really it. Although, and then a lot of like mental health and weight loss stuff. I don't know because I'm in my 40s now. They want to and menopause stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I get. And then every once in a while, you guys and Chad Daniels, just to keep it interesting.
Wow, we're in the algo, baby.
You are.
That's awesome. We're
Is
in
Chad
the
talking
algo.
about breastfeeding?
Yeah.
As a man who's breastfeeding in my 40s.
Chad talking about going through menopause. There will not be a second dance.
That's pretty good. I think you think it's boring, but it's always interesting for us because
It's fascinating.
everybody has like pretty different, and also everyone just seems to skate over like, oh, nobody has ass in their algorithm anymore. We're just done with ass, apparently. I don't believe that,
Well,
but
I
that's
am.
fine. Okay. But yeah, I feel like once you get past that surface level of like horniness, it's always like, oh yeah, it's like baking or it's like cats or
Or
whatever.
monkeys.
Or monkeys.
I never got any of the good ass.
You didn't get
Stuff.
any good
No,
ass? We'll
no.
start seek it out a little bit.
Will they put man candy on my algo?
Oh
if
yeah,
Oh,
you'll
you can
get you'll get a lot of bulge.
man candy.
Bulging through briefs.
Is it gray sweatpants? I've heard about gray sweatpants.
It'll work. It's gonna work better than you.
Yeah.
I can't wait to tag you guys in it when that shit comes up.
Please tag us in it. That's
I did when
thick
I
thighs,
first
gray sweatpants.
when I first got TikTok, it was just different middle-aged women reacting to a very young boy doing a backflip in no underpants and a pair of gray sweatpants, so you could see his dong. And he was like doing a backflip in slow-mo, so like his body went back and then his and
That's
I was
why
like,
we can never ban it. We can never ban it.
Did you ever see the thing
I was
during
like,
the
where are
Olympics?
all the dances? And they were like, no, more
Yeah.
slow motion
Yeah.
dongs for you.
Yeah. That's for the old dudes, the dances. That's where they go. Yeah.
You.
I can't.
Neil, me also.
I can't remember. Did I talk about this on here?
Well, let's
My
find
first
out.
experience with TikTok was like friends sending me like videos, and it was just old men in trucks talking about how they like to eat pussy. It was like not. It was literally just
you
like,
have definitely not said
never
that
said
on
that?
here.
dude. Like other comedians would be like, check this out, and be like, what is TikTok? And it'd just be like a guy being like, I just want to get in there, and I'm just like, oh, is that what this app is?
It's like your mom's
that-
house type stuff. That's what they do on Tom Segura's podcast with his wife.
Because great,
They just
Sounds
look,
great. Sounds real fun.
They just look at predators.
Because it really was just like it's like a guy in like an abandoned parking lot or a field, and I'm like, is he like on the prowl? Like, why is he so horny in here? So I stayed away from TikTok forever because I thought
He's
I was
just
like, that's what it was.
vlogging, dude.
I
He's
guess.
vlogging. That's
But-
what you do when you get older. You vlog and express how lonely you are.
But there's a whole world beyond that. There's a lot of like Dragon Ball Z stuff. You know, there's a lot of
Don't say that shit where my phone can hear it. I don't want any of the.
Dragon Ball Z bullshit.
wow.
Yeah.
Now we have a problem. All right.
Lawn care
You
is a
came
good
in here
one.
with your lice and your attitude, and now you're coming after me for
There's
Dragon Ball Z.
already so much like cartoon, anime, Pokemon. Like that's my son. If every time he Google searches for a new Pokemon card that he wants, then that's all.
Oh, he's into Pokemon
Right.
now.
Yes.
You got a
There
good
you go.
kid. He sounds awesome.
Yeah.
All
He
right?
is. He doesn't play the game. He just likes to trade the cards.
Even
Oh,
better.
he's trading the cards.
He's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be rich.
It's
He's
a big
gonna
deal.
pay for your retirement.
He's got to just keep those cards and slab them.
Never gonna happen. I dropped $40 on a box of Pokemon cards, and he will
Damn.
go straight out to school and be like, "I'll give you 2 of these for 1 of those."
Yeah.
Wow, and he has no concept of the value either.
No.
Wow, he's like an anarchist.
Mike is just like shaking. He's like,
He's
he
like
doesn't
an
even
anarchist.
know. That's a golden Charizard. That could be something.
That's a holographic Pikachu,
That's
probably
better.
PSA 9.
That's a better riff.
Yeah. Someone that knows what they're
This is-
talking
I was like, I'm
This is
so
my-
close to a thing, but I don't know what it is.
That's my whole life. My whole life right now.
Yeah.
Mom, I got a holographic Charizard GX with the Japanese on it.
And I traded it for bubble gum.
Yeah. And our there's a guy who works at the gas station by our house who's like giving him the lowdown on like all the cards and stuff. And he's like, if you get one of these, or one of these, you have to hold on to it because those will be worth a ton of money by the time
Yeah.
you're my age. So don't get rid of those. And
You
he's
just
like,
let your
"Okay,
kid talk
I'm
to the
gonna-"
guy at the gas station.
Well, yes,
I'm just
100%.
kidding. Yeah.
And that guy's nephew is in my
Oh,
son's
okay, okay,
class.
okay.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
I was
also-
like, what was the connection?
Oh yeah.
Hey, buddy, come
This
on.
guy at the gas station.
It's Elise's husband.
I just call him the guy who works.
He's
at the-
running the gas station.
That's his second job. That's how we support the
He's
Pokemon
running
card.
the pump and munch.
Babe, I love you so much, but you are going to need to get a second job so we can get that card back.
100% of my merch money goes to like.
Our son has kept none of the valuable cards. You got to pick up a shift.
You're going to need to pick up the pump, brother.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite social media like app? Do you like being on social media? I always like. to
I'm
ask
not
people.
really on it anymore, and this because of the trolls. That's why I was like, I'm just gonna take these off of my home screen.
Oh,
I'll
you're
keep
on the right
accounts
program then.
open, but
Yeah.
I'm not. I just can't handle how dumb. I'm like, it's getting real dumb out there,
Yeah.
and so I still have them, but like I pay somebody to like make content
Oh,
for
nice.
me and post it because
Great.
because I don't have the time. I don't want to learn how to do it, and I can't. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Same boat.
you just do it. So, but right now I'm on Threads almost every day. I love Threads.
You love Threads? What do you
Yeah.
love about Threads?
It's all, for whatever reason, the only thing that comes up on there is shit that I'm actually interested in. It's from like thoughtful, considerate people who are about my age and are willing to like engage in a dialogue with somebody if they have a difference of opinion or are uninformed about something. And it's people who are just being really like vulnerable and honest and like, oh, this seems like a really healthy place. It's gonna get ruined eventually, but like right now is kind of like paradise.
Yeah.
We got to get on there.
I don't know, man. I get it, but
We got to get on there and fuck shit up.
yeah,
dude.
I need an app where I can see like a car crash into a bank. You know what I mean?
There's not a lot of that.
Literally every app
It's where it's like instead
If
of
it doesn't
making
have that, I'm not
videos,
going.
and there's a lot of writers on there because instead of posting pictures or videos, people are writing threads where you know you have a limit of like 200 characters
Sure.
or something. So then you have to it's continue it in the comments, and so you have to be patient enough. Like if I'm interested in this first section, then I'll go through and read kind of like a Twitter thread, but it's
Yeah.
As I
But
said,
it's
she's
a thread
describing Twitter.
it's like Twitter but without
What
all the
Twitter
toxic
used to
bullshit.
be,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
You got that Instagram algo going.
it's really nice.
That's
and
good.
so
It's nice that you
No.
have a safe space online because I think that's
That's
like
exactly
hard to.
what it is.
It's really hard to find that.
that's exactly what it is. So I'm just
Yeah.
enjoying it for now because I know it'll get ruined.
That's so
eventually.
rare. It's the first guest to ever say, like, I have a safe space somewhere online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might be the first person who's
Yeah.
been like, "Oh, I'm actively on Threads and I like it," or like it's my preferred.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So
I don't
that's-
really open anything else.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Which is why I didn't get your message right
Yeah.
away. I was like, oh, I've got notifications on Instagram.
Like,
Huh.
Well,
who's bothering me now?
Elise, we opened a couple of your social media apps and we found some trolls and we're going to get into them. And actually, our first one we're going to discuss is it involves friend of the program, past guest,
Yeah, past guest.
James Stanley, came to your defense when Cecil Allen 58 commented on one of your videos, simply not funny. And James Stanley Comedy replied, at Cecil Allen 58, nice kids on your page, Cecil. Hope none of them end up like you.
James has got that fucking dog
hard.
in him, dude.
James
That's
went
so
hard.
funny.
And then Cecil Allen 58 actually replied. She said, I'm not trying to be rude like you. I just don't find this funny. I have my opinions and you have yours. Have a nice day. And the thing about that, Cecil, is if you have mean opinions, you can fucking keep them to yourself.
That's the old way of thinking. I actually think that the new way should be on social media. Yeah, if you have a rude opinion, go ahead and post it, but someone is gonna cook you for it. We need the engagement. So fine, that's your opinion. You've helped. This person helped you.
Yeah.
They're annoying. That's stupid to be like, it's just my opinion. Why are you being mean to me? It's like, you said a shitty thing.
Yeah.
But I do think it is kind of funny to be like, okay, well, James is like, I'm going to kill you now, actually. This is my friend and I'm going to murder you.
She's like, not funny. He's like, I know where you live.
Yeah. I've seen your children. I know what your children look like, Cecil.
Thank you for the engagement. Now you're going to die.
Yeah.
That was like one of the favorite things I found. It's just like, why is James in here going so hard? But does it feel nice
James
to have...
is my adopted son.
Okay. It's nice to have someone, have your back online. That's pretty good. I wish I had that. Jesus.
So I dug into your TikTok last night, Elise. And you have a clip, the hair so curly, lip sync, the Megan TikTok. It has 1.1 million views.
Yeah.
How do you, is it crazy?
It's so nice to have a video with 1.1 million views that contains none of my original material. It feels so good.
That's the nature of the game, though.
So weird.
When that started blowing up, we were like, holy shit. Is that the probably most viral thing that you put out?
I think so. And it was weird because I expected a lot more of the comments to be anti-Semitic. Mm-hmm. But I was like, this is surprisingly positive.
Sure.
A lot of them were just like, I have curly hair too. My ethnicity is this and this. Everyone's like very on board. They're like, cool. This is very inclusive.
A lot, like 1,000 of those comments were like Puerto Rican Jews from New York. And I was like, hey.
Hey, I'm TikToking it. I don't know. I lost it. Also, there's just a lot of people.
Italian influencers.
New York. That's like New York. Like, hey, I don't want to do an accent. I only do one accent. It's Italian and it's bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll just let you do it.
So here's one that I thought from Samara Tension. She says, Alaska, is that you? Now she's referring to the drag queen, Alaska Thunderfuck.
Yes.
Did you just know that off the rip?
Yeah, I've worked with Alaska.
Okay.
Yep. Elise is like, no, but now I'm super curious. You say I meant it when I said I was flattered. And she said, you just remind me of her and in no way an insult. She is literally one of the best ever queens.
So people loved you on this.
Yes.
That's great.
Which is crazy because everything I've ever posted that has nothing to do with Judaism, there's 800 people in the comments like, fucking Jew. Every
episode
single
title.
Time.
Or he looks Jewy.
He looks Jewy. The one time I posted something about actually being Jewish, people are like, you're beautiful.
Yeah. Did you look up Alaska Thunderfuck?
I did.
Yeah.
And that's what, so the comments
Great
came
look.
in kind of a weird order where I was like, oh, I'm so flattered. That's, awesome.
Your hair looks so good. It looks like a wig. That's like the ultimate compliment. Like people
polished
don't think it's
as
real.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That is a good compliment. I like that. You never say that to me.
Dream hair.
Your hair looks like a wig. That's a yeah.
Your hair looks like a wig that got
hat
ran
looks
over.
like a wig.
Yeah, and it is. It's covering up any insecurity I had this morning.
Oh yeah.
Wait, do you feel like you look like this person or no? Do you feel? Like
I don't remember. It's been so long since I looked.
We'll pull it up. I mean, there's
also it's not the first time I've been mistaken for a drag queen. So
really.
Oh no. Yeah.
Any other ones?
Well,
Names you can remember.
I straight up got mistaken RuPaul all the time. All the time.
Black person.
Yeah. They're like, you're like a really, really, really short RuPaul. Is all the time.
And that's the only difference. Because RuPaul's
6'5"?
Black. Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
going
think
crazy,
we've,
right?
I think we've
No,
covered
he's
it.
black.
Okay.
You got it. Oh,
She,
pick it. Huh? She?
right?
No, it's RuPaul. It's a.
Well, I
it's-
know who RuPaul
That's
is. I'm just.
Alaska.
Oh. Oh yeah, totally. He's right. He's right.
Not a bad way.
Not in a bad way. See, when people are like, "You're so beautiful," just like my favorite drag queen. That's only ever a
Honestly,
compliment.
like side by side, it's very similar.
Can you find a picture of me with no bangs and then put it next to?
Oh, we can totally do that.
Yeah.
I'll put it.
We'll do
Great.
that for this clip
Great.
and send
There
it
is
to
something-
Alaska Thunderfuck.
There is something about my face that translates as male, and I know that because for most of my life, like until I was in my 30s, probably, I got mistaken for being a boy almost daily. Like that's something.
Into your 30s?
Yeah. So when people are like, "You look like a famous drag queen," I'm like, "Well, probably because I look a little like
Yeah.
a little boy to begin with."
Yeah.
And then when I put makeup on, they're like, "There it is."
Wait, it's like the total opposite. Like with makeup, less like a drag queen. That's wild.
I feel like you're very. I feel like that could be. Was that hard? Like I actually have like a really like I don't even have a fun joke. I was like, was that tough to be like?
I just got used to it.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, the number of times that I got called he, him, dude, bro, sir, that guy, Eli's little brother, like that was a daily occurrence for me.
Whoa.
And so when I was, I don't know, I think 29 or 30, I had just gotten married and I was, I'd gone out, I was a paralegal. I was working in a law office. I'd gone out for my smoke break. I had all my stuff in my jacket pockets, like right in the front. And I was coming back in and this man sitting in the lobby points at me and he goes, "Boy or girl?" And I go, "Oh, I'm a girl." And he goes, "Not you, the baby." I was like, "Oh, I'm not pregnant."
Oh boy.
And that was he just felt so bad. He was like,
had a lot
"I'm
of stuff in your pockets.
Classic double faux pas.
But
What's going on here? You're like,
But I was like, I got asked it so regularly. He was like, I'm used to, and people they're not like, nobody was ever like, I don't know how to approach this in a gender sensitive way. They were like, "Hey, are you a boy or a girl?"
Right. They did it like a 2-year-old would do it.
Actually, according to her, 2-year-olds wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
Hey, you're a person and I see you.
Yeah.
yeah,
You are loved and cared for.
yeah.
Change my diaper. You want to do some more?
Yeah,
Sure.
that was a very nice compliment. That wasn't a troll.
Well,
we
that's what I like to look
see,
for
yeah,
too.
there
It's
we
like,
go. Look at that side by side.
Wow, Neil, you did that so quick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You did that so quick.
I don't see it. Per
I see it.
se.
It for sure is the cheekbones and
Yeah.
the angle of our eyebrows.
Eyebrows, yeah, eyes, cheekbones, mouth,
We gotta get
Yeah.
Alaska on here.
forehead. We could. If they come to town for I could get us a couple drag queens on here. But back to our
Okay.
current guest.
Who's still trolling me?
This is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
section of the podcast where we book other guests in front of our guests.
We start texting them.
You know who would be so much cooler than Elise? Let's see if we can.
We need more people with long faces on here.
You've been a great, yeah. That pull.
I love
by
that Neil was like
ins-
horse face. That's what it is.
Again, I stopped myself. Neil makes a side by side in literal
You know what it
minutes.
is? Your forehead's too long.
Yeah. You have a 2-foot long face.
It's like a clown mask on a baby.
All right, another troll. Elby says, this is another hair comment. If this is the product of inbreeding, sign me up.
That's how you know you got a good head of hair.
Yeah.
I'll ruin my family line to get locks like that.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
Inbreeding gives you better hair?
I don't fucking know,
No.
dude. I've never really thought
My
about it.
bloodline's so pure then.
That sounds like a very bad. Never mind.
It's like Game of
No,
Thrones
do
logic.
it, Neil.
It's very Game of Thrones logic. It's like,
very
we got to
bloodline
keep
there
the
with
bloodline pure.
Yeah, you're so pretty. I'd fuck my cousin for you. Thank you.
That's a really nice. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, "Thank you so much." Honestly, that is. I do. Fans, sludgelings, right in. Are we hot enough to fuck your cousin? Wait, how do we say it?
Are we hot enough to be the product of cousin fucking?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
You let us know.
Yeah, sound off in the
Sound off
comments.
in the comments. Call to action.
Sound off in the comments.
All right, what else you got cooking here?
So this is a very random one. It's from Big Bean. He simply says male genital mutilation. Do you understand that?
That's one of those Jew comments.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, the bris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like it's the same thing. It's about your hair.
This is what I mean about like anytime I post anything, there's somebody in the comments who just makes it about you're just a fucking Jew. Like I'm like, I have curly hair, genital mutilation.
Sure.
What?
People don't like. Have you ever seen those guys? Do they have that here? Where it's like those guys protesting against circumcision. That was in New York a lot. There'd always be like one guy marching around, and be like, "It's wrong to do it," and everyone's just kind of like throwing stuff at him.
That was an episode of a great show, How To with John Benjamin, about a guy was trying to grow back his foreskin.
That was insane.
He had contraptions that would pull what was left and stretch it, and it was not working. But the guy just laid on his back in a bed, and it was basically like a weight pulley system pulling on his wiener.
And they show it.
Yeah,
they fully show it.
That's
crazy.
when I was like, I am all in on this show, dude.
That's just somebody who hasn't fully accepted their own fetishism. That's all that is.
Sure. That's fair. I'll give you that.
Like I had a jingle for it. It was like, bring back my foreskin. It wasn't my choice. All right, this is from another viral TikTok you had about it's basically about like a sibling dealing with a newborn sibling. You remember this one? Like the jealousy of like an older child dealing with the birth of another.
Says, put a finger down, new mom edition.
Yeah. And you got a lot of advice on it, which I'm sure you appreciated. Gypsy Jibs, don't know about that username, said... I never really read that username till just now.
Gypsy Jibs.
Said, you should just ask him, are you mad at mommy for having another baby? And how can we make it you happy or fix it? Maybe he'll open up. What do you think of that?
When you post parenting stuff, do people try... What's the response usually? Is it like, oh my God, I totally get this? Or is it like, you're parenting wrong?
Most of the time. Like, I think it's always shocking to me when people just completely miss the joke. Like, they don't get that it's a joke. And they're like, I can fix your problem.
Yeah.
I can solve your problem for you.
Have you gotten good advice online where you like implemented it and it worked?
No. Because they're also not genuine complaints, right? Like at one point... And now I remember that video. And at one point I had said like, I thought he was adjusting well. And then he like shit his pants twice and gave us all COVID and like that. And somebody thought that I was legitimately blaming a 6-year-old for giving me, we don't know who patient 0 was in our house.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know what I mean? I was like, it was a fucking joke. But somebody was like, you should never ever blame your child for giving you an
It's
illness.
not our fault your kid's an anti-vaxxer.
And I was like, maybe also I would never do that because I'm not going to let my 6-year-old run the house. Like, oh, I'm sorry I had a baby. What can I do to make it up to you?
That's so funny.
I wipe your ass. You want more goldfish? Stop trying to smother the baby.
Stop trying to murder your brother.
Simple supply and demand.
If you want your Go-Gurt, you'll stop trying to throw your brother out a window. You stop that. You want Danimals? You stop that now.
I think that's how you create a narcissist. Is like, let me do everything I can to adjust to you so that you feel more comfortable in this world.
Yeah,
it doesn't even have a fully developed frontal lobe yet.
Yeah.
Not taking my marching orders from
Get
somebody.
his ass.
Yeah.
Let him know. You're not even grown up yet, you little baby bitch.
That's good advice. You call him a baby bitch. You fucking drag him.
You want to come with the queen? Crawl to your crib. Come at me.
I am actually rethinking a lot of that. Just going back to the day where he was like, "It's a hijab." maybe he does deserve a little more credit than I'm giving him.
That is fair. Okay. I think we have a few more.
Yeah. Do you want to do one more and then get into our rollback?
What's this one below?
Ooh.
That's the one we're trolling back.
Okay.
Here's one. And this is under the anti-bullying protection tool.
We should talk about that.
Yeah. PSA for the ladies: if you already own a house, we men are not moving in there with you. You're gonna have to sell it to marry.
So this was your joke about I think we were talking about this before the podcast started.
Yeah.
You have a joke. Do you want to break? You don't have to say the joke, but just break down the premise.
Yeah. So it's the premise of the joke. It's not even the whole joke, right? My husband bought a house before I met him. I move in. His buddy was asking us these questions: who's your lender? What's your mortgage? All that stuff. And I was like, I don't know. And my husband was like, she just lives here. And at first I was kind of mad, and then I was like, all of the debt is in his name. Why would I fuck with that? Right? And there were, I wish you could see all of the comments because it got to the point where like there were so many angry men just out there telling on themselves. Just the whole comment within an hour, 150,000 plus views and 1,100 comments just from men being like, fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Like you need
horrible take too. Like as two men that have done the reverse of that. Yeah. Your caps off to you. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Just moving into a house.
I'm trying to do the Mike and Ben route. I'm not gonna lie.
You in no way
Get in there, Neil.
Like, it's pretty awesome.
Let her put a baby in you, then she can't leave you. That's what I
do. Give her a little butt baby. So stick around.
But so many of them were like, not only was it because I was a woman, but because I was a fucking Jew. Like, just one of them just said Jew. Like that was the whole. That was the whole. And then it got to the point where TikTok was like, "Did you want us to turn on the anti-bullying protection?"
Wow. When TikTok DMs you, you're cooking. When TikTok's like, do you want us to kind of slow this
girly,
down?
it's getting a little anti-Semitic in the comments. Are you good?
Yeah, are you good?
We think your clip might start a holy war. Would you want us
and
to?
That's just wild to me, is that they're like, it's like, just.
Yeah, I mean, we've had women on here before, and this is the constant theme. Being a woman on the internet sucks.
Yeah.
And
well,
then being
also in real life.
Okay. Oh, it's not that kind of podcast, all right? No,
it is sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes
only when we have women guests on, though.
But it is. I wonder, like, if a guy posts essentially that same joke, and it's like, hey, you should, like, if the joke we just made,
be like, rock on. Fuck yeah. Winning.
And that it is like obnoxious when people don't you understand what this is, you idiot? Like, why
instead of Jew, it's just go.
It's James Stanley in the comment being like, this rips. I love it.
Can I move into one of your rooms?
So it is funny, just sad funny, but like just to see the juxtaposition of those things. It's like they're like, did you just get hurt by is that really what it is?
Yeah.
Is it that many hurt men in the comments being like, you're a bad person for this take? And it's like, it's a joke, dude.
It's guys that'll never get anywhere close to this. Like they're just, they're just broken people.
Yeah.
But we need you. So keep commenting.
Keep commenting. Subscribe, comment.
Like, comment, subscribe.
That was an interesting one to look at, because it's like, it was a lot of women correcting, or presumed women, I guess, correcting men in the comments being like, you hurt, bro? You all right, kid? Like everything, just little pats on the head for every little angry man in there. Should we do our last one?
Let's do our last one. This is going to be our last segment.
Drum roll, please.
Elise, it's a, here we go. It's it's kind of our troll back. It's where we pick a troll and then we write responses on your behalf. And then you pick the response you like the most.
Oh,
and we
excellent.
In about 2 years, we'll comment from our account.
Episode 100
we'll comment from our account and get them for you.
We got 70 left.
But this is from CJ-VZ6LU. And they say, Maiden woman strikes again on how to fail as a parent.
Matern's supposed to be
Modern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what video was that?
This I don't know. Just another.
Just another
We were
clip.
talking about-
Maiden
just
woman
talking-
fails again.
Modern woman fails again on how to fail as a parent.
So-
Strikes
Strikes
again.
again.
Modern woman strikes again on how to fail as a parent. And then it's like the face. It's like a. Like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it was a video. You're just talking about something with your kids.
It's just another one of your many viral clips.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just one of the many.
All right.
Someday I'll actually go viral for a joke.
Who even wants that anymore? You know?
I don't even
Who wants
know.
that?
Okay.
I'll go first. How about this?
Go ahead.
So modern woman, whatever.
Strikes again
Strikes
on
again.
how to fail as a parent.
The only failure here comes from whoever taught you English and the plan B that failed to end your existence before when it had the chance.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
I
that.
like that. I like that. Pretty ruthless there. too.
Yeah, I was
You
feeling
went
a little
full James
punchy.
Stanley there.
Yeah. You leave her alone, you motherfucker. I'll kill your kids. That was too much. I already felt bad about it in the moment.
I said modern incel strikes again with a comment that much like their life will exist in a void of obscurity.
That's good. I
Also
like
good.
that.
Also good.
Which one would you like us to post, Elise? No hurt feelings here.
I think I like modern incel.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
good.
that was
Thank
good,
you.
Lester.
Thank you.
That was
Yep.
good.
Yep. Use some words there.
Yeah, it felt a little racial.
Wow.
It just feels like they don't pick me. I don't get picked. It's racist.
Literally every time one of us gets picked, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, you went the fucking alt route." They're like, we're like, no hurt feelings, and immediately we're hurt. We're like, oh yeah, fucking, yeah, I guess Mike wins again.
Put like a good.
You guys
I put
didn't
3
see
minutes
it,
into
but
that, so.
Caster did pull the microphone away from his mouth and go.
I did. But I can say that because in New York, people think I'm Jewish.
You know what?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard your name before I ever saw your face, and I was like, "Oh, another Jewish comic in the
Yeah.
Twin Cities." And then I saw your face, and I was like, "Could still be a Jewish comic."
Like, no judgment here. It could be anything. Who
And
knows?
you talk to him for like 5 minutes, and it's like, wah wah wah.
No, it's just like definitely a Jewish comic.
Rural Minnesota.
Very anxious, very worried.
Can't do dairy. Scared of everything. I don't know. I could be.
Very worried
Could be.
about the future.
I don't know my birth parents. Anything could happen.
Speaking of the future,
True.
let's get into some plugs. I'll plug myself at Just Mike Lester on all social media. Go check me out. I'm going to start releasing more content. It's coming. They're edited. They're ready. Look out for that at Just Mike Lester. Ben, what do you got?
Classic blood.
Classic
Going on?
plug.
All right. Here we go. I just got a new. If you guys, I'm headlining the House of Comedy randomly on a Wednesday in October.
Oh, shit.
You guys want to come check me out?
Guys, all hands on deck. This could be really good or really
I'm
bad.
gonna need at least 15 of you to show up,
Or
otherwise you're
not,
gonna-
so it's a free payday.
I don't know if I
That's
still
what
get paid. If
Oh,
no
you
one-
do if there's no show.
All right,
You
we're gonna figure
100%.
out how many of you need to be there for me to make money. But I'll be running my hour that I've been working on, and it's 45 minutes. I'm not gonna call it an hour. And,
no one's got an hour.
Come check me out. You can check out
Door Darlings.
Door Darlings every
Thursday.
week, every Thursday, 9 p.m. Elise just did it, crushed. It was great. I will also say follow me on everything at Shaq Katzner on everything. Follow me on YouTube. Follow our YouTube, Trollhole
Yes,
YouTube.
Trollhole
Trying to build it up
Podcast.
so we can drop some stuff. for
Build
you
her up.
later.
Elise, what do you got to promote?
You can follow me on all the things at Elise Cole Comedy. If you follow me, I'll get back on my social medias. Slide into my DMs, so don't say anything weird. I'm headlining the Maine for the first time.
Oh, it's a great room. You're gonna have a good time.
Ooh.
November 8th.
Lacrosse?
First
Oh,
Friday
that's
in
really
November.
fun.
So come catch
Great
me at the
room.
Maine. That's about a month from now. And then I will be back at Acme with Tim Harmston for our second December in a row. We're doing New Year's Eve and then the first week of January after the 1st. So those are
I'm
yeah.
there Christmas week.
Oh, and then I'll be at Johnny's Bar with Maggie Ferris on my
Oh.
birthday, November 14th.
You got
Wow.
all sorts of good gigs
Yeah.
coming up.
I
That's
do.
like
Yeah.
the comedy dream.
He's
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah, that's the comedy.
I'm famous.
Johnny's is the comedy dream. It's the easiest gig. If you're in the River Falls,
I wouldn't know.
Wisconsin
We
They
love
don't
Johnny.
respond to me, so that's
well,
fine.
you know,
Pet.
catch more.
It's 'cause they
catch
think you're
more flies
Jewish.
with honey.
Like, we can't have you and Elise here.
Neil, what do you got, Neil?
7 Swords for all my social media, for music, Loon Lake Entertainment for you to DJ. your event. I got
Oh,
a
yeah.
camera now.
He's got a camera now, folks.
Nice.
And until next time, you know exactly what to do. You, our little sludgelings, can go to hell.
Go to hell.
Give it to him, Elise. There you go.
Go to
Bam, 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 bam.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.